Okay guys, I'm going to do a tier list on Plunderstorm abilities, and I'm going to go over the new abilities as well. So these last four are going to be the new ones. The first one's going to be Aura of Zealotry, and it's going to passively increase your movement speed for allies. Cast Concentrate to the ground, damaging enemies periodically. While in your Concentrate, gain enhanced movement speed and melee attack. Really just depends on how much it enhances your melee attacks. So this one I find hard to combo with other abilities. I think this one could be B tier because it does let you move around the map, but it doesn't have like good combos. And there's other movement abilities that are a little bit better than that. Okay, so for the second new one is going to be Celestial Barrage. Call down a barrage of moonbeams, damaging enemies, hold to increase range. So this says extreme range on it, so it could be good for sniping people from far away. If you like that playstyle, that's cool, but like at the end game, you're gonna want combos. I think this one could be pretty good. You could have like some combo like stealth in, trap them, and then barrage them, depending on how much damage it does. So you would have to hold it less time if you're on top of them. And if it does a lot of damage, then it could be good, but I don't know if it will be better than Whirl, which is probably the most used spell in Plunderstorm. So I think I want to put this in A tier. Okay, so for the next one is going to be Call of the Galefeather. You call forth Galefeather to knock enemies back with heavy winds for a short duration. I think this one could be good if you're like in the very last zone, knocking people into the storm, but not sure how much value you get from a knockback that just sits there. I want to put this in B tier. Okay, so the next one's going to be G.R.A.V Glove. This one's interesting. So you tear into the void, placing a void mark. Recast Void Tear to instantly return to the mark, damaging and slowing enemies. Can be cast while casting. So that's interesting. You could probably like Void Tear, blink, stealth in, do damage, and then get out of there really quickly. I think this one seems good. So I think I want to put this one at A tier. Okay, so Earthbreaker, it's a 12-yard AoE 2-second stun that has a 2-second cast speed. This one's good with specific things. So if you have steel traps, it's good. Or if you have Snowdrift, it's good. You can stop them from moving and then 2-second cast into a stun into Searing Axe or Whirl. I think I want to put this one at A tier. Whirl, S tier. They nerf the damage, but it's still S tier. 1-second cast, force mobility, AoE damage that does lots of damage with a 12-second CD at rank 4. One of my favorite loadouts is Rime Arrow, Whirl, Steel Trap, and Fade to Shadow. Definitely a go-to pick for a lot of people. Okay, this one's okay. It's like a poke, so you fire a holy shield and then you reactivate it to trigger a holy explosion at a location. I think it's okay to poke. Like if you don't have Rime Arrow, it's good to stop healing. So things like Rime Arrow is S tier because if someone's running away, kiting you, and they start healing, you Rime Arrow right away so they don't have any heals. You can catch up and get a kill. Okay, Storm Archon. So you cast it, and it goes like storm, earth, and fire or something like that. And it has like different abilities. I think it's okay. I don't think it's like super strong. I think I want to put that in B tier. Okay, Manosphere's okay. It's kind of fun to play around, but there's better things to synergize with your loadout. So it's okay in specific loadouts. I think it's good, does decent damage. I think I want to put this at A tier, maybe in the back. Searing Axe is good. It's good with combos. You can Fade to Shadow in, Snowdrift them, or Steel Trap them, or stun them into a Searing Axe, or you could do all of that into an Earthbreaker, into a Searing Axe. It's good. But you do need lockdown, but it's very powerful and it's good at killing mobs and NPCs and stuff. I want to put this at A tier. It's good. Okay, so this is a movement ability and it does some damage, but it's mostly for moving around the map. I think it's good for a movement ability. So you hold it down to charge and you lunge forward depending on how long you hold it. I think it's good. I don't know if it's better than G.R.A.V Glove. This is mobility where you can like control where you go, whereas G.R.A.V Glove, like you have to think about positioning and Like if you have height, you can G.R.A.V Glove and then jump down, kill somebody, and then port back to height. So I think that's really good. I'm gonna put G.R.A.V Glove like high A, because if you use it properly with positioning, it could be good, but like in game, you're like at the mercy of the location of the circle. So if you have an in-game where if there's like a hill or something, G.R.A.V Glove would be good in that situation. I don't know though. Maybe it is situational and depends on your positioning, but it could be really good. So I think I want to do it like this. Okay, Star Bomb, 2-second cast, and it's like a big explosion, close range, high damage, long cast time. So you have to have a lockdown for this. You have to have certain abilities. So if you have like Star Bomb and like some random stuff, it's not gonna feel good. But if you have the correct loadout, it could be good. You can synergize that. So I want to put this in A tier, but like in the back. Okay, Toxic Smackerel. So you smack a target in front of you with toxic poison, inflicting them with damage. And it inflicts the damage over time. So it is cool in the way that it has a dot. So for me, like it could be good as a second offensive ability in your loadout with Searing Axe. But yeah, I think it's probably like a mid A tier. Steel Traps. You toss a clutter of traps and you trap somebody. They can't move, can't do anything. It's really good to pair with Searing Axe and Fire Whirl. It's good for offensive play and defensive play. Or if somebody blinks in onto you, you can Lightning Bulwark, Steel Trap, and run away very, very fast. It's definitely S tier ability. Okay, the stun is an S tier as well. It's called Windstorm, and it's a 14-second cooldown, and you charge wind and you shoot it out, and if it hits the person, they get stunned. So you can blink in, steel trap them, or snowdrift them, stun them into Fire Whirl, or you can take Windstorm instead of one of these and blink in stealth and get a free stun into Fire Whirl or Searing Axe, and then also have an extra slot for Rime Arrow as well. The stun's really, really good, very powerful. It's definitely S tier. Explosive Caltrops, think that I'd rather have other mobility stuff because it's like a disengage and then you slow them, but I'd rather just have Steel Trap. It's decent, not great. Okay, the chains, I've seen a lot of people use the hunter chains, and you chain yourself to a target and it recasts to advance to your target's position. It's really good if like they're really far away because it has a very large range. It's 35-yard range. I've seen a lot of people have some success with it. I think I want to put it like probably above this ability. Okay, Lightning Bulwark. This is an S tier ability. I try to pick this up as much as I can because you can outplay with it really hard and it's really fun to use. So if somebody like is charging up an ability, you press it, it negates damage taken, and it removes harmful debuffs. So nothing happens to you and you get a speed boost as well. So you get 120% movement speed and 6-yard AoE damage every 0.4 seconds. So it's really nice. You get immunity, you outplay people's stuns with it, and you run fast. There's a lot of outplay potential for this. So this is an S tier ability. Okay, Snowdrift, really good. I like Steel Traps more, but I guess it just depends on how you want to play. Snowdrift is a good second choice for me. I think that it's S tier, maybe at the back, or maybe high A tier. Fade to Shadow, S tier, 100%. It's my go-to ability. It's good for in-game, and it's good for defensive and offensive. So you can Fade to Shadow into Steel Trap, or you can Steel Trap them and then Fade to Shadow out and get away. Really, really good. So it's just a teleport and a stealth. So you blink and then just stealth. Really good mobility, very good to have. Okay, Repel's good. You get immunity to CC while casting. It does a knockback and it also silence for 2.5 seconds. Really good. I'd rather have Lightning Bulwark personally because of the movement speed, and yeah, but this is good. I've seen people use it. I want to put this at high A tier. Faeform, good for getting around the map, goes down to 12 seconds. You get 90% damage reduction while you're in the form, so that's good for in the game, outplaying. Breaks all CC, so if you're CC'd, you can press it and it's like a trinket. Prevents all CC and lasts 3 seconds. So this is a very good ability. I'm gonna put this in low S tier. Quaking Leap, very good for getting around the map. It also stuns. You can run with this, and you can also be very aggressive with this as well. It's only a 0.75 second stun. So if you go in and stun Searing Axe, could be good, or stun Toxic Smackerel could be good too. I do like this ability a lot. I think that it's very strong. I think I would take it over the other movement abilities, so probably right here would be good. All right, so these are my go-to abilities: Fire Whirl, Fade to Shadow, Lightning Bulwark, Rime Arrow, Steel Trap, and Windstorm as well. And this ability I will take if I don't have any of these other things. This is my tier list. I think this is pretty good. Maybe I'm wrong about these two new abilities. I don't know. And we'll see about these two as well.